It's the Cable MTGO Show.
If we metamorph, we could have twice. Normally I would library, but in a deck where we want to curve out with mana dorks, I think the One Ring's a little bit better. Especially if it's just we just need to like fade a turn until we hoof. And this could juice up a hoof hum. Just draft our round one opponent's deck. Mox is cool with the One Ring. Get those cards back. What the shit is this song? In AI, nice things humans would say. Yeah, right? Also, strategist. How do you not have, like, VIP or mod or something? What am I doing over here? If this is the other Nissa, it would have, like, a hoof attached. I'm gonna take the Cobra. Need some of that early game action. Well, the best card here is Swords. If I was looking at this, like, pack one, pick one, I would take Swords unless I was in the mood to spiral. High picking triplets. I mean, did you see the pack acid? We're like very specifically drafting a hoof deck, and the pack was rags. So triplets is good. It's not like something that I would be excited to second pick, but it's not a bad scoop. Usually, you'd rather get in like the 4 to 8 range, right? Triplets over breeding pool. Yeah, I mean, that's not difficult at all. I'm sorry. Caleb, why are you not trying to fight over blue cards in your Crater Hoof step? Wow, what a what an appealing thing that I could be doing. I don't understand. I don't understand why I didn't do that. We could be splashing the seal of removal right now. Oh man. I don't really want these green cards is the only issue here. I've had Splunking pop off a few times. I'm almost thinking about like Dragon or Hole. I'm gonna get Dragon, Minsky Boo later. I don't love Blooming Marsh. There's like a couple black cards that you could play like Grist. Hey, there we go. There we fucking go. Chariot and Gruff is pretty great. Look at Besieger and Kugla. So this isn't exactly a Crater Hoof card, but it's like, it's pretty saucy. What is this song? I think I dig it. I'm gonna grab our fellows here. We're not married to red just because we have a gold span for the Taiga. Taiga would make the Emrakul more consistent, right, if we did sneak attack stuff. It's a good card, Heisenberg. Gruff Triplets is sweet with like Flash, Sneak Attack, Essica's Chariot, Recurring Nightmare. It's just like a lot of stuff. And it does like the Titan thing where you can just cast it for 6 mana and beat down too. It's hard to deal with. Quality 6-drop. I'm just thinking here. I feel like Twitch chat's gonna hate this pick. And that's a plus for me. So here we go. Breeding Pool still in here. What? I'm gonna pass it for a blue card. The Dragon? I'm not taking Caperline from the Gorge for the Dragon. I'm taking it for Sneak Attack. Or Minskin Boom. Love that Nissa pickup. Hey, you're Jigging Nightmare. Thanks for 58 months. And the well wishes. Hell yeah. I don't know if I hate this song or love it, but the video is pretty great. He's having so much fun. Why would I be mad about that, Placid Avenger? Placid Avenger? No. That I would get mad about. So if you are in my draft, I would very much prefer it if you closed out of the stream right now and stopped looking at my picks. Because that's changing the draft for everybody else here. That's like giving people an unfair advantage, right? So please leave. Please leave and you can come back to the stream after the draft is over. We can talk about stuff. Yeah, good luck to you too. Hey, Artex, thanks 85 months. Good evening. We did indeed get this hoof. Hoofing it up. Right, Cheshire Human. But the question wasn't like, what if someone recognizes you in the draft and then comes into your stream and gains an unfair advantage? The question was just like, what if someone recognizes you? And that's all I was answering. I'm like, yeah, why would I care about that? So Fable's pretty good with Copperline Gorge. We grabbed this Forest Island for show and tell. I don't know how serious I am about the show and tell. Fable's pretty fucking good. I'll feel silly if I pass this Fable and then end up getting a sneak. We already have the show and tell, you know? We already have it. God, I love Fury so much. This Talisman's not crazy. Some nice green duders. Yeah, our blue mana is like just good if we get the Talisman right. It's not a critter for hoof, but I think that's okay. Correct, Butters. I think a lot of times people don't realize Tribal Elephant, what they're suggesting. I'm thinking back to like, so this is an example from my own history. I wanted to like sit on my rating for GPs, and I'd heard of people with like multiple DCI accounts before, and so I didn't realize that it was like a bad thing, because it's something that could just like happen naturally. And so I went to one of the judges before the event started, and I asked, hey, would it be cool if I just made a new DCI account to join this tournament with to protect my rating? And she takes a deep breath and realizes that I'm asking like a serious question. And she's like, that would be tournament fraud. You should not do that. I was like, oh, that's a good thing I asked. Thank you, Judge. Just little Caleb, completely oblivious, you know? I'm new to the tournament scene. So when someone asks a question like that, like I try and give some element of charity, right? And like some people just don't actually know. I'm gonna grab this Devoted Druid, I guess. I want the Frantic Search and Uro though. That'd be a nice pairing. Right, eye catching, exactly. Can I open a new social security number to protect my credit? Is that a thing? Is that allowed? I'll send them a handwritten note. We did 3 of the last one. I like the Sentinel card. I'm gonna jam it. I kind of want the Scout. I kind of need more 1-drops, but this will be good. Hey, a 1-drop. I feel like I don't care about this at all. I do have Splunking for the Gruul Turf. Something to think about. Ooh. Now that's a good hoof card. Beautiful hoof deck, huh? Beautiful hoof deck. We got the Wall of Roots wheel. Yeah, we just need Gaia's Cradle and a couple Mana Dorks. Oh yeah, Nikki's Strengths. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you got those messages. Yeah, very easy to jump to conclusions. I have myself over the years, and then I like feel bad about it. Had people like message me later and be like, "Yo, I was, this is why I made those plays. Like, didn't appreciate your tone." Like, oh yeah, my bad. I apologize. Always good to be charitable, right? And give people the presumption of innocence. Channel would be nutty, yeah. The green court card, it's powerful. I don't like it against everybody. I generally like my cards to be good in like every matchup if I can. But it is certainly a powerful card, and it can certainly body people. I just haven't seen it win as often as I've seen it not win. What's that other thing? Super fucking lose. Pretty excited about this Mana Crypt pickup. It makes our lack of ones matter a lot less. Gives some nice explosive draws. Wow. Yeah, I think I take an off-color Mox over Oko. It's like actually close, right? But yeah, I think we have enough playables, and that's going to tilt me towards the Mox here. I'm doing pretty well on playables. Yeah, I've had a lot of those games, 420 Blaze It. Or they like go Mana Dork into Court, and you like bolt their Dork, and then they don't have a follow-up, and they die, and you know, stuff like that. Or you just race them, or you just steal the Monarchy from them, or anyway, you get the idea. I don't need to keep prattling on. So Retrofitter is pretty good if we get Cradle or Academy, right? Academy's starting to look juicy at this point. The Nature's Claim would be a sideboard card, or maybe the Mana Leak, maybe the Spell Bomb. How old you got to be to start playing Skyrim? Are you asking about for like your kid? I remember it being like generic fantasy, but I didn't actually play the full game. That's probably a better answer for chat. I would guess like 12, but it's just like, again, not very useful. QB is fucking awesome here. Depends on the maturity level. Yeah. I mean, you can make generalities. The average, or like what your idea of the average is. The amount of time you have to like sit down and talk about stuff with your kids, I think matters a lot with stuff like that. But that's just, you know, some asshole's opinion. That's not. I'm just some guy on the internet, right? Is QB over gut in general? Like pack one, pick one? Pack one, pick one, I think I would gut. But most of that is not because Questing Beast is worse than gut. They're very close. Most of that is because I think gut's in a better color. I think aggro red's where it's at. Interesting, Mio. I did not know that. So Blightsteel is another thing for show and tell. I don't know if that's a thing that I care about. Maybe we get like a super late channel though. Now that would be exciting. If you had to choose between only using bowls versus plates for the rest of your life, which do I pick? Oh, I'm a plate person. I do like a nice big bowl though. My little sister's a potter, and I got one of her like big big bowl things, and I love just like loading that up for Indian food and stuff. Fucking great. I almost like Shadow Spear here. We're kind of beat down, and we like already have some redundancy for Oddity. Am I talking myself into Shadow Spear? Yeah, give me this. You're eating out of a giant mixing bowl. Love that. A little endurance action for the board. Chat's largely with me on Spear. Yeah, it helps balance out the Mana Crypt, life loss. And, like, it pairs well with the Death Touch on Questing Beast. Oh my god, that Pest Infestation. That's so good. That's so good. It'd be even better if we had Cradle, but it's still really good. Hey, Red Ferret, thanks for the 34 months. Thanks for sharing that Prime. Yeah, really nice wheel. We can actually cut, like, either Rex Sage or Liberator now, Oh, let's cut this Blightsteel. I almost like Sky Sovereign in here. That Oko rotting in someone's sideboard? I don't think so. I think someone's splashing for it. Yeah, so I think between Pest Infestation, Rex Sage, and Liberator, Spellbomb's a better sideboard card. We can board it in versus like Dark Depths and stuff. Or we can play it alongside our Show and Tell. Like we Show and Tell and Emrakul and then bounce whatever they played. Yeah, Warren, that is next level. You gotta target something. You can't just target nothing. Just because it says that you can target nothing. Like, that's no value. Got going that late makes me sad. That card's so good. It's so good. I doubt it plays it. I think the YouTube's like generally like a week behind, right? Lot of fuel in Vintage Cube season. I don't think he's gonna want to like try and skip stuff. I do like 3 or 4 drafts a day, and if like 1 draft a day goes up, means the cube season's gonna last a nice long time. Could cut one of these 6s. Oh, we could cut Retrofitter. Since we didn't get Cradle or Academy. And we don't have Clamp, I think we can cut the Retrofitter. And we could just jam this. The extra lane drops nice with Lotus Cobra. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best Rafellos deck anyway, but that's okay. Rafellos doesn't have to be in like the best Rafellos deck ever to still be good. I think I'm gonna cut Rex Sage here. Rex Sage is a little bit better to sack to natural order, but I've seen Liberator be pretty strong. And like puts bodies in the graveyard for ooze. It's kind of nice. And again, you could go down a land if you wanted. Better mono green. Then how am I gonna show and tell an Emrakul if I'm mono green? This is like 3 blue sources. The Talisman, the Headquarters, and the Lotus Cobra. I think I want 1 more. That island's gonna dick me up. I'm gonna draw it and like Mana Crypt as my only land. I'll get another land. Cool when you do a single card stip and then you get the named card. That's always exciting. Green's been like kind of open this season. I think most folks are less high on it than usual. The Spear does not look good in this opener. Land's gonna look real good with our Questing Beast draws, though. Well, we'll see. This hand needs a Mana Crypt like nobody's business. Did I say nobody's business? It's like my business, me specifically, right here. I mean, if we get a Dork on turn 2, that's still a turn 3 QB. We're also already on 6. There's like a lot of ways the hand pays off, right? No, my QB. Well, at least we get to draw a card with that one. We can throw the Shadow Spear on the Ignoble. They hit us for 3. We have like a 4-point life swing bank. Hey. Now this could be a hoof draw, huh? Got me. Feels like my card's not going to resolve, which is a bit of a bummer. Oh shit, my card resolved? That was the opposite of a bummer, and that was a gooder. What's the opposite of a bummer? You're good, Funky Time. It's good to reflect on stuff. I thought your message was like a copy pasta at first. Yeah, always a cool thing to reflect and think and grow as humans, right? I shall pay the 3. Am I supposed to serve with all of them or just the 4/4? I think all of them, right? Oh, the 4/4, we have the exalted bonus. It's like kind of cute. The concern with like chump attacking is that like then if they only need 2 removal spells to clear the other 2, but just attacking with like one of these things feels so measly. I think we do this and then we like don't run out Rafellos and Ooze. So we're not playing into a sweeper. Yeah, this board looks real good, huh? Yeah, right, Dragonlord? I was like scanning for a copy pasta switcheroo. Reads like a sweeper attack to me, so I'll get my chump on. Could also be ninja, right? It could be like a real disaster if I let it connect and they've got a fucking ninja in hand. Couple reason to double block. That's why the attack. I just like this. Not ideal for me. That is the original one. That is why I put the Shadow Spear on the original one. Right? If I can move that enchantment. Where's against reanimate? Well, they were more likely to reanimate it if we put the Shadow Spear on one of the tokens, right? Because remember we chump attacked with the token. So every consideration, it was better to put the Shadow Spear on that one. Did not peg them as an Academy deck. What are you talking about, Threat? Right? Yeah, we can board in some of the anti-artifact stuff. But, right, we attacked a 4/4 into the 3/4 row. The reason it was a 4/4 and not a 3/3 was because we put the equipment on it. Anyway. Vigilance is interesting. Yeah, I'll trade. Really interesting that they gave Vigilance there. And not flying. That's what I was expecting. So I'm going to run out the Rafellos now, because I believe that gives me Emrakul mana if I draw an Emrakul. That's enough reason for me. Love that mini query. Yeah, Dave Grohl's Probot track with Jack Black was my favorite off that album by a lot. Really dug that one. Emrakul off the top. Please. Too bad we didn't combine Chariot with still could. Have another couple disenchant effects in the deck, I think. Maybe just one more. Vigilance again, hum. Yeah, the werewolf's in for sure. This is the sort of spot where you feel a little silly for not having the Besiege you in, but I'll feel really good about it if I rip the Emrakul. I get to play it because I have the Rafellos up. I'm in the mood. Maybe my own playlist. No! That's my Ooze. That's my Reanimator opponent. Yeah, Pizza Potamus thinks the 40 months, the big 4-0. Oh, we can still serve here because of Exalted Hum. Felidar Sovereign? For what? Opponent's got the mana, huh? I guess we both do. Both rolling in it. Oh, that's the life thing. Yeah, sure. I was thinking of the 1/4 that blinks a permanent for some reason. Mabi. Cat trading? I should have re-equipped. Whatever. I'd have 6'd. Tried to unham 6 in time. Didn't get there. They play something that gives all my creatures -2/-2. I'll be got. Oh yeah, they can just rebuy. Sure. But then we have another cat token to trade. Shadow Spear's been good, right? Imagine what our life total situation would be in. Like, they've hit us a lot with the Steel Seraph. One in 22 chance of ripping an Emrakul next turn. If I try the Doomsday decks, I have. I've drafted like 3 different Doomsday decks. No! Now I'm gonna rip that fucking Emrakul. Now I'm gonna draw it. $14 mana now. We can't attack anymore, right? The Sky Sovereign just eats it. The cat. Well, that's not great. Here they are at 3 fucking life. Yeah. Why aren't they giving themselves lifelink? Why are they doing vigilance? Well, there they did a vigilance so that the Sky Sovereign couldn't block, right? And on previous turns, they were trying to prevent me from doing an attack haul. I think some of those should have been lifelink attacks, though. Because they weren't preventing, like, all my things. At least I've got a minute, sort of. Reanimating my bat. Oh, I guess they can just bring their thing back. God, this is game 1. No, my kitty! Oh, by sacking before attacking, though, they couldn't give the Sky Sovereign lifelink? That seems like way worse, right? Unfortunate. The whole time, the counterspell? No, I think they just drew that. What did the Pacification kill earlier? That 3-2, right? I wish I'd sat on that one forever. Well, we didn't know that they were an Academy deck at the time. It was like, ooh, a target. Now they go up to 12. And now we need a Crater Hoof. Yeah, the Infestation's in the bin. But you're not wrong, it would be pretty nuts here. Yeah, one of the few issues with HOOF is that you can't concede, right? Like, you're always drawing lives. It's like, yeah. I mean, we have other outs, but... So I'm actually going to kill the Devoted Druid to fizzle this trigger, because the Druid's going to die anyway. And then they'll gain 3 less life. One in 19, we got this. I don't think we do. Alright, we can scoop now. Got some good ones to bring in. Yeah, Ooze seems great. Shadowspray performed that game. The fact that we could hardcast the Emrakul makes it like very hard for me to cut it. Man, the One Ring would have been so gassed there. Or Kugla. God, Kugla would have been nuts. All the Reanimator targets. We saw the Reanimator targets. They were not impressive. They were not better than an Emrakul. Kind of looked like a value Reanimate to me. Shit, what up? 8 Pinskinator, thinks that's 78 months. Cut Lotus Cobra? No, you would cut Wall of Roots over Cobra. Cobra attacks. Fixes for blue. I don't hate the Roots cut. Like, the Wall of Roots side benefit is that it's like a dope blocker, which doesn't matter here at all. I guess we bring in Endurance, Maybe I have to cut blue. Hate it. Why'd I even get up today? Why'd I even get out of bed? Think about the Wall of Roots back in. Oh, let's play this fucking card. That's a Flood Hedge and a half. I'm not going to play Emrakul, but the only way to play is hardcasting and Sandman Daniel. I do not need a land. The land that we cut was an island. It was a colorless land. If you go mono green, you can just cut the extra land pretty easily. I came in 218. Thanks to the Sob. Thanks to 58 months. Or 53 months, sorry. So gruff. So triplet eam. Rufio. Gruff should be a Thopter. I agree. The weird mono black aggro cards. Yeah, there's a few that I don't think fit very well. I suggested that. I was talking to Chris asked me like thoughts on tweaks for the cube. And that was one thing that I suggested, was cutting like kind of specifically the shade that like exiles their creatures when they hit the bin. I don't see that card played much at all. And I'm not really impressed with the 3/2 that you can rebuy over and over. That one's a little bit better. I think this card's a little bit better than those other two, Concealing Curtains, because you're also like disrupting while pressuring, and it can fit more shells and it blocks well early and that sort of thing. Like it's a good card, but there are some that I'm not really impressed with. There's some where I agree. Yeah, this is weak to a sweeper, but I think that's fine. What are they gonna do? Sweep me? Man says about to be swept. And I suggested re-adding Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom is like also like not the best card. It's a little slow. It's not as good as it used to be. But it combines so well with some of the engines that are in the cube, right? So your Skull Clamp, your Yawgmoth, those cards are so much better when there's Bitter Blossom. We've got the Ninja. The Ninja that like hits and like takes your opponent's cards. That card's so much better if there's a Bitter Blossom around to spit out flyers every turn. Anyway, certainly not like a necessary card, but I think there's weaker black cards in here than 2-drop. To game 3. Hopefully we get to hoof them, That was the stip after all. It's so close, this hand. If you whip on the land and the Ignoble resolves, or you untap with it, you're still playing Rafellos on 2. Sentinel is so good to land on turn 2, but I'm going to bin it here. I think the rest of the hand's more important. Maybe Ooze is worse. Yeah, fuck Scavenging Ooze. The opponent's not dedicated Reanimator, you know, they just have that one recurring nightmare. A hoof stip, not a coward stip. I mean, this hand's better at hoofing than our opener was. You hope Chris gets all the access to stats that he wants. Yeah. Same. Even just like a list of like the least drafted cards and the most drafted cards, I think would be really useful for him. Not the best place for it, Insomniac. We don't even really play on Arena here. Not that much. Good luck though. I spent all last game moaning about how I wasted my Past Infestation. Now I'm thinking about just firing it off for 2 1/1s. I mean, does that set up the hoof kill? Yeah, 4 times 4 is 16. They played Kavu in the first game. Not holding up counterspell mana. It is really good, T-Golf Balls. You're not wrong. Stip success. Guilty wins. Love that. Love that for me. Oh my god. Alright, Mox Ruby off the top. Mox Ruby or Island. Basic Island. One of those draws lets us turn 1 in Emrakul. Y'all ready for them to put in like a Solitude and exile the Emrakul? You're so ready. You feel your giblets rustling. Waiting for Magic Hack Danny. Right, Rixis? Oh no. No. Only I was supposed to have a scary start. I guess every card they play that's not a Solitude decreases the chance that they Solitude me. Is that right? Stoneforge for the B-Skull. Is that it? Is that all we rocking? I don't really got another play. A real Monty Hall stats question. Yeah, right? It's kind of cute to play out the Obliterator, because they spend their turn activating Stoneforge, and the Obliterator flips. And it's like attack for value. Nah, Brand Loco. They're both in play. Oh man, I smell soy sauce. My tummy's starting to rumble. I'm excited. Tummy rumbling means it's full of bees. Nice. Science is so strange. One cool thing about this Liberator is it might bait a Solitude, because it's so good against them just activating to put in Batterskull here. Got me. No Blorks. Blork free attack right there. Habanero soy hot sauce. Interesting. That sounds tasty too. Wait, is Emrakul better than Primetime? Probably. Alright, let's fucking go. What'd you bring, opponent? What you got? What you fucking got? How mad would people be if I'd put it in Primetime after all that? After all that arguing over the show and tell? They put it in a Parallax Wave? Interesting. Should I just pop it right now? They get another Stoneforge trigger. I don't think that matters. No, they permanently exile. If I respond to them exiling without Land Liberator, if I responded them going like Parallax Wave on Emrakul, in response kill Parallax Wave, then they would exile it permanently. That's why one of the reasons I'm considering just popping right now. Parallax Wave is a confusing card, yeah. Yeah, less time for Containment Priest to come down. That would be a dicking. Plays around exiling Emrakul and having removal for Liberator. Okay, so if you're saying if you just passed and they go put exile, hold priority, put exile of Emrakul on the stack, respond to that with Swords to Plowshares on Outland Liberator. Or the Parallax Wave just does it, right? The same line. Parallax Wave on Emrakul, response, exile Liberator. And then if you exile the Parallax Wave, or if you sack the Liberator to kill the Parallax Wave, then they exile the Emrakul permanently. And if you let it resolve, then they've got like 3 turns without Emrakul. They don't even need a removal spell. It's just Parallax Wave by itself does it. You kind of just need to lead with the crack. Yeah, they could have blinked out their Stoneforge Mystic and got another comes to play trigger. They might not have another equipment. You know, it could just be Batterskull. Yeah, exactly, Patron Saint. Glad I didn't fuck that up. That'd be an embarrassing-ass way to lose an Emrakul, huh? That'd be a terrible way to lose this game. I'm sitting there with my onboard disenchant, like, oh, what do I do? Fucking die? Great. Hell yeah, Cougs. Yeah, it was a good time. We've had some sweet games today. Block, I block. Someone said Tails always fails, so I'm gonna put Tails here now. Aw, damn it. Now I smell Brussels sprouts. Oh, man. An olfactory feast. Ah, look at that. Look at that Tails victory. Tails lovers unite. Oh, they're letting me get the attack in. Love that. Love that, Danny. That game was awesome. All right, I'm going to once again board in some disenchant effects. I don't even know if I need the Terra Sunder. I want Sky Sovereign in. I almost like cutting the One Ring. Waters is great. Shadow Spear is great. Yeah, really unsure about Terra Sunder. It is nice that it's an instant, you know, for when they like Stoneforge and stuff. Yeah, Blood, Sweat, Tears. I mean, the game was a good example of like why I wanted the show and tell in, like not just good content, but also like, you know, good in spots. I'm not just playing it for just for the content, right? Think about cutting Primetime. I don't know if that's crazy. Primetime or One Ring? Which is worse here? The Fog on One Ring is kind of good. Yeah, I think the One Ring is just good. Like, buys you the turn while draws you into the hoof. Yeah. Can't be an on-color Mox, can ya? I'm a Magic player. I'm sitting here with like my Mox Ruby Mana Crypt opener, and I'm gonna fucking complain about it. It's my right. I've trained my whole life for this. Dunk. Am I supposed to trade? Am I just trading with Figure? That's so uninteresting. Not in the cube, Glasshouse Life. All right, where's that prime time? I need that prime time back. Yeah, currently we have 10 mana here. So the primetime play plus attack would just get us to Emrakul. I'm gonna do that and they're gonna cast a fucking Batterskull. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Just the biggest idiot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, if we untap with our shit here, that is an Emrakul. Turn 6, hardcast. No primetime required. Don't even need to rip a forest. Nice. Opponent's over there like, yes! Burned the Pest Infestation. Fist pump. Nothing to worry about now. turn 5 hardcast and Emrakul. No Academy, no Gaia's Cradle, nothing. Just good old-fashioned ramping. Just good old Earnest. I saw Rafellos go 15th pick the other day. Salt in the Wound? No. There's 6 permanents for the Annihilator. That's not Salt in the Wound. That's not Salt in the Wound. That's just good, clean, efficient magic right there. 1 keep. Is this the finals? It is the finals. I got some food in front of me here. Y'all want to see? Yeah, like some seeds on top of that. That chicken there. Looks tasty. Should I turn 1 show and tell into Kugla? I feel like no. Since I can just cast it turn 2, it's probably better. Is this a HelloFresh meal? It might be, yeah. It looks like one. Well, that's concerning. You wouldn't channel Emrakul me, would you? But it's my birthday. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little birthday guy. What's funny is if we don't play the Mana Crypt on turn 1, if we just hold it, we get to win this game by going Mana Crypt, Island, Show and Tell, and Hoof. I mean, I guess they could have a creature to put into play. But yeah, this beats me. We don't have any live draws. Like the Mox Ruby doesn't do it. I will admit, them having Emrakul does make my Show and Tell Emrakul plan a bit worse. But we can adjust. Hey, you're in stream. Thanks for the 200 bits. I'm not going to cut blue. I'm going to bring in the Aether Spellbomb instead. And what's my last card? I don't know. Try that. If you Show and Tell a ring in, you do not get protection, no. I guess I keep this. I kind of hate it, though. Right, Pug? People were saying that she should, like, win the twerk contest by default, right? One of the most wild videos I've seen. It really is, Pug. Literally. It does, Taryn, yeah. Terrifying, eh? You would simply go live in a forest? It'd probably be good for my career. Like, how many of y'all would stop watching me stream Magic the Gathering just because I came in my pants during a twerk competition? Not very many, right? Sponsorship change, probably pretty neutral. Maybe a few less Wizards of the Coast sponsorships. Why aren't in a twerk competition now? That's a good question. It's possible this Making Pests is terrible because the natural order doesn't like do it next turn. Could have saved it for a Mox Diamond. They also could have just played their land, right? Yeah, natural order for Kugla appeals to me here, so I'm going to do that. Then Kugla can attack and clear the Mox Diamond. Does an Emrakul, like, not win? I guess they could have a blocker. They could have a chumper on their extra turn. Oh, they're playing Leveler. Alright, that's pretty good. Well, if we get a blue source, we can bounce it. Oh my god, so close. What does the Leveler do? Yeah, right, Roro? That's what I was thinking. Just need that land, huh? Come on. Oh my god. I think I gotta draw a card. It's rough, but I think I just gotta draw a card here. Naturally. Because I want to play out the Cobra. Now if the Leveler attacks and it's the Cobra, we're still repping lethal. Unless they hit a blocker. Oh my god. I'm going to lose because I fucking drew the card. That's so unfortunate. If you draw another creature there, like, you just win, even if they rip a blocker. And then there's the chance that they don't rip a creature. And then they can't attack because it would kill them. Well, I mean, it's the same. I mean, they'd just be dead if they didn't rip. Perfect. Well, figs, huh? I tried. I did my best. I didn't line. I wait one more turn. I'll probably get to win here. But, who knows? Maybe they even target the spell bomb after top attacking the blocker. Damn. So close, that game. Yeah, horse apples. Still a good run. Still a great stip.